Hey everybody, welcome to a recap. Hey Danny, how are you, man? It's time for a
Dude,
recap.
okay, for all the listeners listening, because Aaron's going to edit this out, he said, "Do you want to intro it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got you." And then you just took it
Well,
right from under me.
you didn't want to do it. I mean, you weren't
We
doing
talked
it.
for like 10 minutes.
I know.
It's not like time was an
We don't.
issue.
We don't. Go ahead. We didn't start it. That was a take one.
Hey,
It was bad.
hey, everybody. Welcome to Scene Change. This is a recap episode. You do it better anyways. What's up, Aaron?
Hey man, that's all staying in. I think this has got to be
Yeah.
part of the banter because the thing is, like, we are trying to at the best be as normal as you and I would actually interact because
This is
we don't
totally normal for
it's
me.
very clunky like this and very just you make fun of me, I make fun of you. We hide our beverages in our mugs and you never know what's in there. There's no way of knowing.
Uh,
Well, okay,
we
so
come
this recap
unhinged.
is it's kind of bittersweet because this is the last episode technically of our season, right? Season 2. And we had a good time. It was a shorter season. We started late, but we had a good time with a lot of really incredible guests. We got to talk to people from different departments than we did on the first season. We had a lot of camera people on the first season. This time we had a few people from different departments like PAs and makeup artists and
Art
art
department.
department. Exactly. So we're trying to branch out. We're trying to expand what we are learning about and the people that can kind of share their talents with us. But in this recap, we're talking about 4 episodes. We're talking about the first one is Weaving Intention Masterfully. It's with Tema Steg.
Mhm.
And Tema has had a wonderful career in the art department, working as an art director, working as a production designer. And she describes the difference between those two in a way that even I can understand, which was great.
Mhm.
Why I've interacted with art directors, but not so much with production designers, right? Because they're producers.
Right.
I mean, it's interesting because I think there's so much that goes into the set, and we talk about this for sure, but like you're so dependent on it, and yet you don't necessarily interact with these people as much.
Right.
So it's kind of a weird like compartmentalization that happens, but I think there's that we did also talk in that episode about the people that we do interact with, right? The on-set dresser.
Yep.
And some of that
And yeah,
that is important there. And
there's so many. The art department, art department shouldn't be a department. It feels like a bigger bubble than just a department because there's so many other little facets of art department, right?
yeah, well, the way
Little
she was
branches.
describing like working with the director and in advance and like kind of coming up with a vision for all of it, I mean, that's pretty interesting. I definitely feel like it's almost like they should be one of the first people hired, right? Like once you prove a script, probably. But
Yeah, I would think so. Um, I don't know. We didn't really talk about this in the episode, but did you ever order slates? Is that ever part of your thing when you were a camera
I
assistant?
didn't have to do that, but I know that that's a thing.
You got to reach out to the art department
Oh,
because
right. Yeah.
they have the logos of the show or whatever you want to put on the slate. That's in there. That's on their laptop. You
Yeah.
know.
Well, they do all of the graphics for the
Right.
movie or the TV show, and
Right.
it's pretty cool because it's not just selecting props or selecting furniture or decor or uh, coordinating with the costumer and the director on color schemes and all these things. It's also, yeah, like making a ton of stuff, right?
Like the font
yeah,
of the show
yeah.
would fall into art department.
I guess that would also be you're almost like setting a tone for the what you call the
Show.
no the publicity,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
the
Yep.
advertising of the project.
Right.
Really.
That's
I mean,
true.
that's a really critical part of the job.
That's very true. Do you
But
think
Tema was
opening like
interesting. Like, I feel
what's
like
that?
Tema, she
Oh,
was so
yeah.
interesting. Like we could have talked to her for a lot longer and even more.
Yeah,
Because
it seems to have a lot of experience.
she also founded Women in Media, right?
Yep.
And that's a whole incredible organization dedicated to not only supporting women in media, but to help productions hire people.
Yeah.
Because I remember in that episode, she talks about like the excuse, oh, we can't find anybody. Oh, we can't find anybody. And it's like, yeah, but then you never find anybody. Like, it's like just such
Right.
such a closed door and such a cop out in a way, because it's like, if you don't make it a priority, you're never going to have people that are part of that considered a part of your short list in that way. So it was great that she did that. And I think it's a huge asset to anybody who is trying to connect to the right productions and get more experience, and is people who have a ton of experience, but they're just not getting the connections. So.
Yeah. And there's a phone book on womeninmedia.com.
Yeah, the website.
Right? You can find those people. It's cool.
Absolutely. But she also talks about one of my favorite movies,
I was about to say it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that was pretty interesting, just hearing her take on it and kind of the. I
didn't know. You didn't realize either?
That
Ridley Scott was in the art department.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like we were both there listening to her. I think this is a really good episode, though. It was fascinating because truly we haven't had enough art people, and just the perspective of it, because it's not as immediate as what we're doing necessarily. Like sometimes it is with props or whatever, but like having to kind of envision these things and build a world and then let it go too. That's just like, I hope they show this stuff that we put a ton of time and energy into. But
you kind of try to create a character, or like even like a living organism that's going to live on in the show, and trust that everyone utilizes it appropriately, right?
Well, as I've gotten older, I'm looking more for things in the frame that I wouldn't have normally noticed. Like first time you watch a movie, you're watching the character like sprint past all of the things that they meticulously designed. But I think there's so many like backgrounds that you end up framing somebody against it. And you're like, whoa, that has so much meaning. And you're like, oh yeah, because somebody thought about it and put intention into it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did you ever, I knew a set dresser, Eddie, and Eddie made stickers, and I would give him some of my stickers that I made, that like, from Porter's drawings or Dax's drawings when they were a kid.
Oh, cool.
And he would stick them in the show.
Oh, cool.
Like graffiti or whatever, like stick on a stop sign or something. It was like a little game that he played. He'd be like, "Yeah, do you have a sticker on you?"
Well,
it's like slap it on something.
With permission of the set dresser, I put one of our scene change stickers in.
Oh, that's right, you did.
Yeah, on something.
Do you remember what episode? Can you say it? Or are you scared too?
I'm scared.
Really?
Well, I mean, I don't think you can see it really. We walk by it, and it's a really famous scene now, so I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, leave it. Let people find it. Yeah. Let people find it.
I don't know if you can even see it, man, but I felt so like, cloak and dagger. Cool. Anyway, that was before, when our stickers were very they were like this. They were very high key. I like the new logo for this season. I think you did it. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Aaron.
Yeah, dude.
Thanks, Aaron.
Speaking of design and art, I think Danny is really good at art and design, but not nearly as good as Tema. And
It's true.
you should listen to Weaving Intention Masterfully, because Tema is a master, and she's really pretty amazing. She also told us a little film history, which I
Oh, that's
didn't.
right.
I was kind of riveted. I mean, it's definitely a great episode. I'll be listening to it over and over. But that's that one. Is there anything else to mention?
Well, I was gonna say, for any Steadicam operators that need to go by Tiffin, if you go to Tiffin, her office is there.
Oh,
The women in media office is inside Tiffin.
oh, that's right. That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
we need to go over there again. Do a little say hi. Tema's really cool. She was awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm glad she joined us for that.
Thanks, Tema.
Thanks, Tema.
What was the next episode?
Next episode we did was United for Dignity, and that one was also very interesting. That was with the three PAs, production assistants, who started a union, a production assistant union, for, I think, on the pit. Is that right?
Correct. They specifically weren't on the pit, but the pit.
They organized it.
The
They
PAs on the pit did organize, and it was just days before we did the interview where Warner Brothers recognized them as a union, which was a big step. And I love seeing young people do great things like that.
Me too.
It's pretty cool.
You should never look down on people because they're young, right? Like don't underestimate yourself. Don't underestimate your neighbor because they're young. Like, we can all do great things, and sometimes it does take a little bit of like that moxie, right? Like a little bit of just like, I don't care what the rules are. Like, we need to change them. These rules.
Yeah. It's true. And like that kind of that process of starting a union, I have no idea. Like, I would be fish out of water.
It's intimidating. I mean, I think there's a lot of hoops designed to make it harder and designed to make it intimidating. So just realizing like what you're up against is something that people don't want. I think, was it Chloe? No. Cleo. Cleo said that the position itself was designed for to be non-union, essentially, something like that. And I was like, of course. It's just, there's so many like loopholes, essentially, and so many corners cut and workarounds and ways to take advantage of members of a community, members of a group, of a what's the word I'm looking for? A firm, a company. And ultimately it takes so many people to make anything happen. Like, to take the money out of the backs of anybody is just so wrong. Like, these people are giving more and more and more. They need to have a piece of the pie. They need a piece of the production that they're creating, and
they just need health insurance.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh my God.
Consistency, something. But yeah, I mean, you can't even have the wages that you are able to get without somebody else negotiating a wage below you. And I think not having like a floor that's got people under it, it's important to like recognize everybody and the value they bring to the set. But they told some really good stories in that episode about what PAs have to do, sometimes what they're faced with, some ridiculous asks that they're expected to do.
Cleaning toilets
and babysitting. Like,
babysitting. That's right. It's crazy.
Yeah, pretty nuts.
It's crazy. And it's sad that it's not a unionized position. Like, they really are the backbone of the industry, of the set.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
crew stories that was like somebody getting the call sheet. It was like a message saying like you should wake up in the middle of the night to check for the call sheet because we're not going to send it out until like way after you should already be asleep. Like, what?
Yeah.
Wake up early to see what your call time is. And I'm like, you guys are just, it's a race to the bottom, right? Like unless you establish some kind of standard, unless you have some expectation that's reasonable, it ends up being this crazy race to the bottom where people who are protected are just constantly asking too much. And I think that's part of it is like, if you have health insurance and you have a paycheck that you're happy with, it's easy to be like, la, 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 la.
Not my problem.
Yeah. So I think the collective bargaining and recognizing how many people around you are looking for the same kind of dignity is a big, it's a big part of it's perspective, right? Like knowing what you're worth and then demanding it by identifying that in other people and joining together.
Yeah. I think the younger generations are smarter now. They're just getting smarter and they're understanding like, yeah, you know what? No.
Well, I don't think
you're not gonna take advantage of my starry-eyed, like I want to make it in Hollywood kind of thing. I'm also a human and I respect myself.
Part of it though, I think, is the fact that they have less to lose or like nothing to lose, because I remember when we were starting out, we heard all the lines, like, well, we worked hard, we paid our dues, all this stuff. And it's kind of like, right, but you also have all of these things that I can't reach.
Right.
So, what exactly, like, what can I do to get to where you are? I think they're seeing like there was a generation of people who just kind of took it and didn't really get a lot out of the deal. So if they're not even aware, if they're not even thinking they can buy houses and start families, then it's probably like, what do you have to lose? Like, of course, yeah, strike, let's go.
Yep, it's true.
But yeah, we all need to have some expectation that the jobs we're doing are going to be reasonable, and people bring a lot to the things that they care about. So this whole like, oh, these people are lazy or they're not going to do a good job, then fire them. Like, move on. What are you doing? Like, that's on you. What is the problem? Like, hire good people and you're going to have good work, But you got to give people dignity and give them something to look forward to, a paycheck that is commensurate with their hard work. So, but it's a moving target. So I think we got to just keep alert. And these three are really savvy, really cool people. It was really great talking with them. And I do think there's a lot of hope when you see people younger than you banding together to demand more from our corporations and our workplaces.
Does it make you ask yourself, like, what am I doing with my life? I'm 40. I'm pushing 40. No, you don't think that? Oh, that's good for you.
I look at the people who are like just starting out going, hey, this could be better. And I think, yeah, that's what we've been saying for like 30 years. So thank you. Keep shouting it. Like
but they're actively like putting pen to paper and making it happen. I look at that and go, man, I wish I had that kind of ambition.
Well, ambition is a good word, because I think we all kind of put our ambition in different places. So
that's true. I guess
they put it towards a union.
You're right.
And you and I never were PAs at all, so it's hard to even relate to that. Feeling stuck below a certain line of dignity. So
that's very true.
But yeah, it's a really great episode. They describe this stuff much better than we can, and we all benefit from their fearlessness and their willingness to organize and get people to sign the strike authorizations and all that stuff. So, yeah, my hat's off to them.
What's the next one?
Is that all we can say about that one? I think it's a good one to check out.
You gotta go, check it out for yourself.
Yeah. Okay, then the next one is Good Grief, Sports and Peace. And this one, I was solo on this one, so I interviewed...
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I interviewed John Hill, and he's super interesting. Really, really like passionate guy who put his own personal story on the screen to become a filmmaker, but had, I think he said, like 10 years working for Fox Sports. And so we talk a lot about sports. We kind of talk about what it is to be like a sports producer and to kind of show up on site and deal with all the random stuff that goes into that.
Well, yeah. Look, and the curveballs you're throwing, like the Kobe Bryant story, right? Where was he? Where
Exactly.
was he when that happened? Was that
He said he
the
was in
Super
Florida,
Bowl?
like Orlando or something.
But it was during the Super Bowl, right?
I think it was the Dolphins one. Was that Orlando? No, that's in where's Dolphins? Miami. I think it was in Miami.
But yeah, they had a whole plan they had a whole program. Maybe it wasn't the Super Bowl. Am I remembering this
I think
wrong?
it was the Super Bowl. Yeah.
It was the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah. But
And
it
they
was
had to just kind of pivot and tell the story of this tragedy of Kobe Bryant.
crazy.
Yeah.
I remember that being like such a shocking moment. It felt like I remember where I was. I remember the apartment I lived in. I remember I called my mom and kind of talked about that. I mean, yeah, it was horrible. And to be like, show must go on. I got to produce this segment and be, professional while dealing with your own personal feelings about an icon like that passing away in the tragic way he did too.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I remember seeing that news headline and thinking like this isn't real. Like this feels fake.
Yeah, I did feel kind of like, is this really happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you my Kobe Bryant story?
No, you met him?
I did.
Oh crap.
On a
Tell me about it.
commercial.
Wow.
It was a video game commercial. This is typical.
Did you meet
like
Kobe Bryant or the video game version of Kobe Bryant?
Oh, I met Kobe Bryant.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like a Tron thing where you were in the video.
Wasn't Tron. I wasn't with the dude in the grid.
So what happened?
So it was a video game commercial. We had him for, I don't know, 10, 11, 12 hours. He was there all day. And he was a great sport. Did everything we asked, super nice. Chit-chatted with everybody. Nice guy. So our last move, we were in Long Beach and we went to this outdoor basketball court as the sun's going down. And so we do a couple like close-ups of him and whatever. And the very last shot that we're going to end the day on is the sunset, just complete orange in the sky, and it's Kobe's silhouette shooting threes and just sinking 3-point shots, right? Right before that shot, it's my camera and it's set up, and we've set up for it. We've leapfrogged ahead and we're set up for it so we don't lose the light in this critical moment.
Right.
The AD goes, "All right, everybody, that's a wrap on Kobe," and starts applaud. Everyone starts clapping their hands. And I run up to him like, "No, this shot that we've been talking about all day, that we don't want to miss it because it's orange in the sky. We owe that right now. We're set up for it. Let's go." And he's like, no, we're going to do it with his double. Kobe Bryant had been there all day long.
And then you had to do it with his double.
They wrap Kobe, and then his double walks in and attempts to shoot 3-point shots.
Oh, no.
And is just airballing I don't even know if you call it an airball. What's it called when you're just completely short? Like you can't even reach the basket. Airball after airball.
Oh, boy.
He's not making it. Even his like form is bad. Like you can just look at the silhouette and you're like, it's just not Kobe Bryant. You can tell.
Oh no.
And I just went up to the AD and I was like, what was that? We had him all day. He had a smile on his face. He would have done it, and he would have sunk 3-4 in a row, however many you wanted, and we would have been done. And now instead we're just watching the sun go down, looking at this dude try to make these baskets. And he goes, no, it's okay. They're just gonna paint it in.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Like, Why? You have the greatest that's ever done it, one of the greatest that's ever done it, to do it for you in real life, and you just go, no, we're gonna wrap them. It was so dumb.
Uh,
I'm so mad at it still.
well, maybe that's why he came up with the idea. If they're just going to paint his double making the shots, then maybe that's why he did that animation and won an Oscar. He's like, huh, might as well animate it.
That's right. He did win an Oscar.
Without me. Yeah.
He did win an Oscar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, John and I did talk about that, but we also talked about his film where he was dealing with grieving, and it's a very personal story, but it's a good movie. Beyond the Clouds? No, Above the Clouds. Above the Clouds. You can get it on Amazon. So we're excited to, I'm excited. We're excited to support, first-time directors and new filmmakers and people making those changes and trying to do new things. And that's a big one. That's a big leap right there to
it's crazy.
Feature film. So
making a movie is incredibly hard.
Yeah.
And when I meet anyone that's done it, kudos to you.
What were you going to say before I went on that?
About Kobe Bryant?
Maybe.
I don't remember. I forgot.
Is it To Basketball? What is Love Basketball? What is this short film called?
Oh, you want me to Google it?
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant animated movie, animated short.
Dear Basketball.
Dear Basketball. 2017.
I just needed my brain to start working. I think John had a similar story where he was just like really cool guy, really class act and nice guy, and very camera aware, right? Like that's the main thing I feel like is so sad, is just how much potential he had and how much of a career he probably had ahead of him, not as a basketball player, but as a filmmaker. And it's just kind of way too soon.
Yeah. So sad.
Yeah. But John's story is about grief and processing it and finding hope and kind of like beauty in the grieving process. But that was a good movie. I watched it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I should. Should I watch it while I'm in Louisville?
Sure. Yeah.
Above the Clouds? Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'll check it out.
Pretty funny too. Some really good jokes in there. But that was a fun one. I'm glad we got to talk about sports. That's something that we don't usually get a lot of interaction with on this podcast. So if you're into sports, it's a nice one to chat about his going to World Cups and all these cool events that you could only dream of being able to attend. But
speaking of sports is happening right now.
Yes.
All
of them.
And when this episode is released, the Dodgers will either have won or lost the World Series.
You're right.
Because they're going to the World Series.
You're right
now.
I think they're going to win it. I think they're going to win it all.
I think they're going to win it too. I think it's going to be a two-peat, repeat.
Yeah. Yeah. Shohei Ohtani is pretty amazing. He's
crazy
talent for sure. Yeah.
Did you watch the video of him striking out and then he just walks to the dugout, puts on his gloves, and then grabs a bat and then hits a home run?
I don't think I saw that as like a clip thing, but I watched the game, or at least I've been watching the games, and yeah, it's wild. Like he's so effortless with it too. He's just really chill and cool.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. He's got a funky stance.
Yeah.
He crushes balls.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, you're right. It's interesting that we're going to time travel to the Dodgers winning the World Series again.
Ooh,
I believe it.
Making it real.
Yeah.
All right, Toronto.
Well, Yeah, those Blue Jays, they're in for something. Um, but that's a good episode. Good grief, sports and peace. Check that one out. We talk some more stories about sports, and he's got a funny one. I think I'm trying to remember the player. He was like doing like he was camera operating the reactions of an athlete to every goal during the
Oh,
during the World Cup, and I don't know, just like the idea of being in the stands for a World Cup with the fans just like out of their minds would
yeah.
be amazing. So
You gonna go?
I don't think I can afford to go, but yeah, maybe.
Oh, that's true. It's probably really expensive.
I just got to go to a Dodger game this last season though,
Oh, did you?
because of a friend of mine, actually Brian, hooked it up. Brian Cruz from an earlier episode.
Oh, nice.
And that was pretty special. It was really cool. It was closer than I've ever been. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Well, let's go to a World Cup game.
All right. Yeah, I'm down. I mean, what is it? $1 billion a seat?
Yeah, we might be 75 years old when it happens, but
Exactly.
let's do it.
Sounds good. By the time this episode airs, we'll be 75 years old at a World Cup game.
You can still listen to this episode when we're at that World Cup game.
That one time we predicted it, and it happened. What's the last episode? The last
There's no place like home.
There's no place like home. The last episode of season 2, Danny was able to stay in LA. 2 incredible members of the organization to join us, and
Kale and Noel.
Thank you. And they were really interesting. I mean, what did you think of that?
I thought, I've seen Noel's face many times. Kale, I would like to have a beer with Kale.
Yeah, he was funny.
He just has
really
like a lot of
like passionate.
Yes, he has a lot of spark.
Yeah.
And it's funny because he had a story or an example of everything, and he communicates well in like a personal way.
Oh yeah.
You know, every time he was like, let me just tell you this one thing. Let me just tell you this one thing.
But the story told about the woman who was there with her child, an infant, and like then the person, just the representative of the city, just didn't understand, like, this is what it's about. It's about family, right? It's about like having a future, like making sure that we can actually trust that we have enough stability to stay here and to do this in the same place. Like we don't want to be traveling nomads following the work wherever it goes. I think there's a little bit of that in some industries that you can't get away from. Like one of my friends, I want to get him on the podcast next season, but he and I'm sure this is affected by what's going on right now, but he does rope access. Do you know what that is?
Rope
access.
Oh.
It's like locations where you need. He's like a climber, right? So locations where you need to be proficient in rope work and harnesses and all that. And he will work on the windmills at sea in these like crazy dangerous locations and stuff, and flies out there. So it's like there are jobs like that where you really can't see another way. It's not gonna be in town.
Right.
It's gonna be that's not what filmmaking is supposed to be. Like they've built all these studios, there's these stages, and we should take advantage of the infrastructure. We should be able to invest in the infrastructure. I'm sure probably a lot of it has been subsidized by taxpayers locally. So the incentive being passed was a big deal. Actually being able to continue to recognize the value of having taxpayer funded incentives for that infrastructure, so that we can have a community that can stay in a company town and not feel like it's a mine that's going to close down and no longer be viable.
Yeah.
We need to keep things where they are. And even with all the investment in other places, right? Like they're going to face the same problems if they don't have the right permitting and the right legislation involved to be competitive. So I think it's not just LA, but we can be a leader and find the right ways to advocate for community in the industry to survive and thrive. So, but yeah, they have a lot of good ideas. I think just showing up, that was kind of the big takeaway I got is like, if you have a chance to go to not just a protest or something, but like actually to a town hall, to a city hall, to a meeting talking about these things, that's when they see it's like a vote in a way. You're not just sending in a ballot or pulling a lever. You're showing up physically and saying, no pitchfork necessary, but I'm here to keep you guys accountable.
Yeah. Have you ever?
I can hear you.
No.
You changed your electronics and now I can't hear you.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I can't hear you. I can't. It's like I hear like a little mouse.
How about now?
Nope.
No.
What'd you do, man?
I didn't do anything.
You started adjusting your headset in the middle of the interview, and now I'm all alone. But it's okay.
No.
I can do this.
No.
I'll just repeat whatever you say louder.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Don't cut this.
He's saying, hold on 1 second.
How about now?
There it is. Yeah.
This better?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's good.
my Bluetooth headset died. Okay. Sorry. Have you ever been to a city council town hall thing?
I just went to one. I actually was very proud. I didn't mention it because I didn't want to like derail what we were learning, but I went to listen to our councilman for Valley Village speak on the incentives. That's actually what brought me on, because I was like, oh, I want to know what this is about. And if we talk to stay in LA, I want to actually have a sense of what's going on. And it's hard to even really know what's good and bad when you're voting for it, or what's good and bad when you're kind of like putting it all together. Like there's always like a spin on it. Like if you do all these good things for everybody, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Like it's just like anti everything on both sides. It's hard to know what's what.
Yeah.
But I do think there's a little bit of like value in the weeds, as it were, to suggest that if it can't be as black and white as being on a ballot, or as black and white as just being like in an ad, sort of that's where you have to learn a little bit, understand what you're voting for, what you're advocating for, and have a greater intention behind it all. So it was great to talk to them and get kind of even like clarity on the fact that so many of these things are actually changeable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Kale said, I think at one point that he's like, can we change that? And they're like, sure, why not? And you're just kind of like, it was that easy. The fact that we haven't had this conversation in 30 years is the reason that wasn't changed. Oh, okay. Got it. So some of it is just like maybe the defeatism and just not believing that we can make changes.
Right.
So it's cool to see a makeup artist that passionate and like speak that like intellectually about these things. And it's not that a makeup artist isn't an intellectual, but the fact that he's taking his skills and he's bringing them into city permitting and all of these different places that are not directly related.
Yeah.
And applying them to be making changes for his hometown, right? Like for his community and the people that he wants to see be able to thrive.
Yeah. I went to the city hall hearing for the Film LA city permit, the contract renewal.
Maybe we were at the same thing.
Really? It was at downtown?
Yeah, Burbank?
No, in downtown LA.
I was in Burbank.
It was wild.
Really?
I mean, everyone was incredibly angry. Had all had valid things to say, in their 60 seconds of time. Just
Right.
crazy. If you do that, I failed. I rambled. My 60 seconds were not clear. I will know for next time to like have it prepared, because
Yeah, I have some speaking
it's
points.
tricky. It's tricky. But there's a lot of booing. Like
They boo
Film
you?
LA. No, not at me. Film LA would get up there and say like, it's really not. It's not all us. It's the city, and it was 99% of the people there were for film industry workers, and they were not having it. And
Well,
I thought it was great. I will support it 100%.
that was another thing Dale says in this episode, right?
Yeah.
Talking about no is the beginning. Like you don't take no for an answer, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Exactly.
if you're saying no to a film professional, it's like you're just not. It's like a language that we don't speak. Like
Right.
We're yes-anders, right?
We totally are. I know. You know what? Today, I'm gonna toot my own horn for a second. We were shooting this scene, and we had to get it incredibly fast in 20 minutes or whatever. And we had, the DP said, we're gonna do this, this, and this. And it was like the last two, this and this were two Steadicam shots. And I was not Steadicam, but the other guy was, Dalton. And it was just overs. But it was like, he's wearing the rig, we're just gonna do the overs on the rig.
Okay.
And on the last over, I looked over to my first and I said, put the 40 on, get the dolly over here, put it on the ground, get it low. We're going to do this, 2-shot with the twinkling lights in the background, and it's going to look pretty. And the DP just goes, I don't know if you're going to get that. I don't think you're going to have it, and I'm not going to wait for it. And I said, well, not with that attitude. And you know what? We got it. We did it.
There you go.
Because we were like, let's get this. Like,
yeah,
it wasn't perfect, but we were kind of strapped for time, and I knew I wanted to get something low, looking up at all these lights in the background, and we did it, and it works.
There you
go. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of defeatism in the language we use. Like if you're saying no to assert a boundary, that's one thing. But if you're saying no with no intention to solve the problem or to even give credit to the like ask, then I think that's where it's kind of like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
I thought in that episode it was most appalling to realize, like, I was like, oh, okay, an agency that's covering this entire county, county is probably a lot of people. I mean, I guess way higher than it probably would need, but then he said it was one person. I'm like, bottleneck.
Right.
That person is only ever going to say no because they know, like, it would take 10 of me, 20 of me, 100 of me to, say yes to any of these things.
Yes.
So I do think that it's great to see people kind of going, hey, I might be a showrunner, director, but I'm going to be a part of Stay in LA and make sure that these permits are changed so that they can accommodate the tiering she mentioned.
Yeah.
Like finding ways to accommodate the kind of like middle class production.
Yeah.
Something in the middle, something that doesn't necessarily require all of the bells and whistles that a bigger production would.
Yeah. A tiered permitting system.
You got to do it.
Everybody does it. Yeah. Panavision does it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You can go to a Panavision and rent a camera package for your, $500,000, $200,000 movie.
Well, one of the things we could do, just look at all of the other places that are taking production away from LA. Go, okay, what are they doing? Like, we can compete with that. Do what they do.
Yeah.
Not just like, oh, how are they cutting corners that are endangering people's lives? Not that. But in a sense of like, what are they doing to attract production when it starts leaving their places? Because New Orleans wants production back. There's certain places that have lost it that are like, what can we do?
Yeah.
You know that they're probably coming up with creative ways to bring it back. And I think one of the biggest burdens or hurdles to having productions come back to LA and stay in LA is the fact that people just weren't making the effort to be competitive. There was this, again, Kale says a story about somebody pricing something at like $3,500 a day or something. And it was just like, where's that price come from? Where did you get that number from? And like, I don't know. These people came up with it. I don't know.
Right.
And it's like, is that competitive? How do you know? Like, that sounds terrible. It's way too expensive. And I think maybe getting people into government who have experience in film, who have experience, solving problems that are like almost impossible could be, another useful benefit. But I think a lot of the things they're doing, the whole list of things that they've done is really inspiring. So check out Stay in LA and check out that episode. There's no place like home.
Because there isn't.
There isn't. It's a good place. It's a great place to shoot, and it's an even better place to watch the sunset with a Kobe Bryant lookalike.
Yeah.
Shooting air balls.
I wish I was at home.
I'm sure you do. Well, this has been another recap with Aaron and Danny, and we just want to thank everybody, our audience, and all of our guests this season 2 of Scene Change. It's been a treat, and it's been really informative, and I don't know, just a really great time spending with you wherever you happen to be, and all of the people who have been able to Zoom in and meet with us. It's been cool. Thank you.
Thank you, guests. Thank you, listeners. Thanks, Mom. She listens to these. And thanks, Aaron.
Thank you, Danny. Cheers.
Ding.
Ding. See you
All
next
right.
week.
This has been another recap.
This has been a recap. All right.
All right.
Bye.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
If you like what you heard, subscribe to Scene Change wherever you get your podcasts.
Tune in every Tuesday and check out our Instagram at Scene Change Pod.